First round, I'm notoriously bad in. So, and is he going to play? Okay, so we'll see. We're playing someone from Britain, and let's see how we get on. An NM, and I'm going to play this, which is apparently the Nescafe Frap attack or something similar. I've played it a fair few times, and it's kind of interesting. But I don't think it's a brilliant opening. But it's kind of like this weird knight here is it can be good. Now this is a good move. This is unfortunately a good response. Because otherwise I can play e5 and things get quite complex and sack another pawn. My theory on this, I haven't had it for a long time, is a little bit weird. Now I don't know if my opponent can take here. The idea is queen e2, and if the knight comes back, knight takes d6, checkmate. So there we go. Okay, Charlie the chess cat has got up some rules. How many people qualify? Is it 4 people, Charlie? Okay, so my opponent's gone here. And now b3. Do we give this pawn still? Is that still a valid idea? Or is that nonsense? Okay, I'm going to go b3. I'll give this pawn. We don't want this pawn. I'm going to try to get a rook. Maybe I'll castle and just get a rook to the file. But yeah, it's a weird position because this bishop's quite bad. But my opponent's got a castle. My pawn. Yeah, it's just a really bizarre opening, this. Is my knight in a lot of trouble? I don't know. It could be. But I've got queen e2, giving it a bit of extra protection. And at some point I want to play e5. Trying to create a bit of mayhem in the middle of the board. So that... Okay, so can I play e5 now? It'd be rude not to, I feel. Let's play e5 in this position. Because I have knight c6. Of course I'm giving up this pawn. But it feels like I should have some very active ideas. Might not be good enough. But it's a very sharp way of playing this. So we've got to keep playing in a sharp way. Actually, if they take here, I can just take twice and go knight c7. That is just winning. So excuse that. So yeah, my opponent could have taken there because there's a knight c7 check at the end, winning the game immediately. And now this move is going to be quite problematic. But d6 has some interest as well. A little bit annoying about this diagonal. So do we go knight in first? Is there something stronger? d6 castles is what worries me. Then knight here. Okay, let's try this. But am I overextending myself here? Because I'm only using my knights at the moment. But castles, I want to come here and come into e7. Knight here is the immediate threat. So castles, knight c6. And then I take there with check and castles. Is something going to happen here? Pfft, guess we'll find out. Looks okay so far. I mean, I think my opponent has to castle for better or worse because of the threats there. Now this one is also quite interesting, but this looks safer to me at the moment. And I think I really need to castle next move, and this is the critical position. Does my opponent have a good move here? I think I'm okay here. I mean, like a knight move, I can maybe sack the exchange. I've got queen f3 coming up. I've got bishop b2. It looks kind of okay. And I have grabbed a pawn. Okay, this is a natural move. So I kind of want to give this exchange up. I think. So let's think about the best way of doing this. Bishop e3. I say. Okay, let's... don't know about that. Could I have gone queen d5, bishop v7? It's very complex still, isn't it? Okay, now knight comes in. Still very complex, this position. Maybe not that great for me. I don't know. Okay, I think I've got to keep playing tactical. But d6 is dropping now. This is so weird. And there's a lot of things my opponent can capture. My figuring is not that deep. It's simply like if I keep taking things, then it should be okay. But I'm not sure if it is, because when this pawn drops, my knight is in trouble. So what about this? Really weird game. Hard to calculate the pros and cons. I guess F5 is now correct. And my opponent's finding all these good moves, which is always annoying, right? And yeah, okay, this pawn I don't want to drop. Okay, let's go here. And maybe the other rook should have gone there. I don't know. But my opponent is very short of time. Okay, now let's try to keep this rook. Why not? Still so complicated. And my opponent's gone for that move. Now, do I have something like bishop takes c5 here? Or this move maybe. Trying to come into e5. Ah, but now there's a rook takes f2 and I sack my queen. But queen takes c3 I think is my idea, right? This is what I was trying to play. And this one. Checkmate, son. Checkmate. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's hard work though. That's hard work. It's a lot of calculation needed for that one. But yes, that's a nice little checkmate on the board. Solid start to the day. Checkmate, mate. Checkmate, mate. So let's just have a look. Maybe Charlie's found the rules, so I know what I'm doing here. Pouring down in Yorkshire. It was pouring down here in Surrey yesterday, but the weather's a bit better now. There are many stages, including a KO, 14 trials. How many people... What? Do I need to get in the top 4, though? Do I need to get in the top 4 to qualify? I think. I'm not sure. Someone read the rules for me. But we got 11 rounds, so there's 10 rounds to go. I guess all I need to do is just try to win every game. We don't worry about the score. We just try to win every game and see what happens. But was that a good game or a bad game? I don't know. Shall we check it? Shall we check the game review? I don't think it was amazing, but it was a bloody hard game. That's all I know. So 87.2. I will take that, but I was actually losing at one point if my opponent had found the right move. So what was the winning move? So what was the winning move here? I mean, my opponent is very short of time, so it's not that surprising. You left your rook vulnerable. Yeah, I mean, I saw bishop takes here. I was going to go king takes. Is it that bad? Is this position that bad? I don't know. I said look at my rating performance, 2700. Oh yeah. I guess that means blitz rating performance because okay. But anyway, it was an interesting first start. And let me just show you the opening again, because there's some nice little tricks here. Because I like getting the initiative, and the Benko is a way that Black tries to get the initiative. But I like turning on its head by throwing this knight to b5. And this might be a line that a lot of you might fancy playing, because a lot of players take on e4. But in actual fact, this is very bad news because of queen e2. And this knight is now attacked. And if it comes back to f6, where else does it go? Hello! Hello, my friends. Knight d6, shakmat. So that's one of the attractive variations. Okay, it's quite hot in here, so I'm going to open my window again. Now that bloody mowing has stopped. Excuse me. Very small office here. But let's get some airflow into the place. And I've done my wrist in as well at the moment. Don't know what I've done to my wrist. Like probably some kind of boxing accident or something. So that's one of the ideas of this opening, clearly, to go for this. And if my opponent, for example, goes f5 here, this doesn't really help because we just play f3. And it's the same idea. Knight goes here, it's still checkmate. So that's one quite nice line in this opening. And you can see the name of the opening is called the Nescafe Frap Attack. It's named after a coffee, which I think is quite amusing. And one very nice line here is, I think the main line is some other move. But this line I saw Roman Edouard play, who's done a DVD for Ginger GM on the classical Sicilian. The idea is against the natural move g6. The computer doesn't even give this move. It's quite interesting. Oh, it does now. e5 is a very exciting gambit, and after they take here, you go d6. And after they take this one, you go bishop g5. And this is very, very dangerous for black, with these ideas and threats, and the queen's coming to f3. So this is like a very tactical opening, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so back to the scores. Still fucking mowing out there. Jesus. Hikaru playing. I think it's someone tell me, is it the top 4 who qualify? Do I have to look at the rules myself? Do I? I probably do. Sorry, I'm being lazy and trying to get someone to look at them for me. Also, who else is playing? How many players are playing? There's only 183 players. Normally in a title Tuesday, there's like 500, 600. So there's not as many players as normal. But it is, of course, a very strong field. So, yeah. 11 rounds, 3 plus 2. I hope there's not too long a break in between the games, because that gets quite frustrating. I hope the games come at a quick pace. Bang, 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 bang. We don't want to wait around too much today. I've got a chessball course to film. I'm actually filming this one. This one I'm actually a lot more excited about than other ones I've done, because it's a lifetime repertoire, and I've never done a chessable lifetime repertoire course before. So I'm very excited about it. And okay, it's a very they've got a tough game. I'll shut up and try to concentrate on this. It's on the Reti, modern Reti. Very tactical actually, which is funny. Okay, right. Now what do we do? Let's go for a Sicilian. Very strong player, nearly 3,000. Uzbekistan. Who is this guy? Someone tell me who he is. He's one of the champions of the world, probably. Let's go for a dragon, because why not? Let's go for a Dragodorf. Why the hell not? Let's go for this dodgy line that I play now. I'm just full of dodgy stuff. Holding up this thing. This guy, okay, now castling kingside is one of those annoying variations we have to consider. But I'll play normal moves, and I'll go for the normal d5. But I had this in Title Tuesday the other day, and I got a very bad position. Is this Nordi? No, this is okay, someone good. Right, my opponent's taken there. A little bit of a surprise, and I expect I should be castling. But if I can play d5, I'm going to be quite happy here. Let's try to get the pieces to the best squares first. Normal idea is knight d7, but d5 is really the move that I want to be playing, because if I get that in, I could get the advantage in this position. But he has got too many pieces guarding it at the moment. I mean, I take on b2 at the end, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get any advantage by playing that. Queen there, he goes knight d5. Bishop b7 just seems like a very strange square for the bishop. Okay, d5 takes, knight takes. Yeah, okay, let's try this one. Trying to prepare this, but of course he comes over here, and I'm going to play here so he doesn't, just a positional move, and I really need to get this move in. Okay, so another sensible move from my opponent. This, am I threatening to play this now? I'm not sure. Of course, if I'm not, I'm going to get a rook behind. Okay, so he's coming in with this move. Now, does this work? Of course, I can go king here. Feels like his last move is a bit suspicious to me. Takes, bishop takes. Check. Bishop takes here. Okay, it's got a lot of things defending it, so it might be alright. So maybe I have to go here. Might have been a better move there, but I can't move too slowly. Okay, now here, let's try to get this d5 in as much as we can. And this 3+2 is the better time limit for me. Like 3+1 in Title Tuesday is just a little bit quick, but this is a slightly better time control. Okay, so I feel we have to play this now. And after e5, okay, he's not playing. I could check and take here, but that's a really... Okay, we have to be brave in life. Let's grab that pawn. I mean, I say brave because it feels like my king could be suddenly under a lot of pressure with some well-timed e5, but we've got to be brave in chess. And queen e5 could also have been a good move there. Right. Now, if we capture it and play c5, is that completely stupid? Do I have time to... Okay, well, c5 straight away is an idea as well, but c4, the queen retreats, and this idea is actually... I should have stopped this idea. This is actually really scary. So let's take with a pawn, because otherwise c4 wins the piece. And now this idea and taking on g6 is actually pretty damn terrifying. So we have to try and create my own threats here. I want to try to get queen e5 on the board, which is stopped. So queen c3. Got to watch out. If I can somehow defend against this threat of taking on g6, then I've managed to grab a pawn, and I've got a better position. So we have this idea now of check on the back rank, and I hope that means he has to play a slow move, giving me time to defend my situation here. Okay, he does. Now, I'm hoping this is okay for me. Now, queen... Okay, so he's coming for that one. I've got to defend. And he keeps coming at me. It's an annoying move. Where does this bishop go? He's got a lot of pressure here, hasn't he? I mean, there's something hanging in my position here, isn't there? There is something hanging. I can't see what it is, but it just feels like there's something hanging. But I've got to keep taking things. Can't see what else to play. Yeah, what... Ah, shit. Knight takes here, yeah? There was something hanging. We could feel it in the... We could feel it there. Takes... Knight takes h5. Okay, so... maybe I was doing okay, but his tactics were better than mine. This is still actually a bit unclear. So I think he had to well, I say sacrifice. Which way do we go? I mean, it's quite bad for me, I'm sure. But my queenside pawns give me play. I'm worried I'm going to get checkmated. Have to take this one. And oh shit, there's a threat to my fork. And what a mess. This is still a mess. Absolute mess. He wants this check. Okay. Oh. Okay, he's got this one. Now, he could go for the ending, or I'm worse, but he's gone for another idea. Okay. Didn't want to lose that pawn. Knights are so tricky with these two pawns coming down. And his rook's in the ideal place. That's the problem I've been facing here. And this knight is causing me no end of grief. And this pawn now is very scary, so... Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's probably the end, right? Ah, some chances there, right? Some chances. It's going to make life tough. Playing a little bit, but I got tricked at the end in what should have been another good move. He's playing, well, he's a good player, isn't he? Yeah, so man, I was probably doing all right there, but I was always under a little bit of uncomfortable pressure, and I don't like those positions where you are under uncomfortable pressure. We'll resign now, I think. Let's have a look. So so all the way until the end. I mean, this is one of those positions where, yeah, I'm doing quite well here. This is annoying, but it's just I'm getting attacked, and I just couldn't find a response to his rook coming in. Pretty good game, I think, up to that point in time. If you see, I'm probably winning here, and I played the right move. This one is fine, and now I could have been winning actually here by taking and going rook e8. Ah, of course. So I always outside myself out against these guys. Kind of easy tactic. Takes. His back rank is weak, so just play here. But what I missed, I mean, this is still pretty good for me, right? I mean, look, I'm 2 pawns up. And now maybe this was a mistake, funnily enough. But it just looks like he's threatening to take here and attack. But the computer's giving bishop here. Let's have a look. So queen here, rook here. And now this move. This move was a really hard move to face. But I had enough time. To work this out. But I had to find check and rook e5, which is really hard idea to find here. Yeah, so okay, so I took this pawn, and now here, and even here, it's not as bad. It's not that bad, but the problem I've got, it's much easier for white to play because these guys are just coordinating so much better. And this was probably the key point where I need to start playing some good moves. I mean, this is so natural. Let's do that. But then my opponent got his rook to a very good square, threatening this check. So I've got to gain a tempo. A4 correct, and then he cuts my king off, and this is where it gets very tricky. And my bishop's doing a good job of stopping his pawn. But what do I do here? I can't move these pawns. If I could get them moving, then I can create counterplay, but I can't quite do that. So I try to attack his knight, but of course he finds a good move. And yeah, I think I'm losing now. But my big chance was in the middle game there. So I played most of the game, I think, pretty well. Got an okay dragon. I think I played it really well, actually. You know, I took my chance. I grabbed a risky pawn, but why not? Actually, the move queen e5, which I was worried about, would have left me in trouble, but my opponent didn't find it. And after this one, yeah, and I also saw the right move here. Remember, I mentioned knight h7, but I didn't. Why didn't I play it? Okay, it's one game down. We can still bounce back, but we need to hack up some people now. So we got the white pieces. I'm gonna throw it e4 into the mix. What should we do against this? I haven't had much success with bishop e2. I've never played a c3 Sicilian, so let's play it. Now this move I've actually played. It's aimed at stopping d4, but does it actually stop it? I don't know. Can we not play it anyway? Let's play it anyway. And I've played queen a5 myself. I think I played it against Grandmaster Levitt when let me think how many years ago. Jesus, 28 years ago in the Swansea British Championships. Can you believe that? Okay, well, I'm quite happy the way this has gone. Surely this is good for me. I'd love to get d6 in, but f4's an intriguing idea, but he will take it. And then, is there a check then? I'm probably overthinking. I overthink things way too much, I've noticed, when I'm playing. Okay, let's just play bishop here, knight here, then f4. we might as well concentrate on the development of my pieces. Okay, I want my bishop on c2 anyway, and I want to play f4 and get castled. Let's not try anything too exotic. And yeah, the knight goes here because this is how I can support my f4 move, but let's get the king safe first. Might have to watch out about this diagonal when I play f4. And maybe this plan is even wrong. Okay, I'm changing plans now. f4 doesn't look so good because my dark squares are weak. So instead, I'm going to try to eliminate this knight and keep my strong point in the center of the board. I actually think I was having a chat about this the other day with a friend in Iceland, and we were talking about how people judge intelligence. Hello to Berlin. How you doing, sir? And a lot of people judge intelligence, right, from how they can recall like facts. Yeah, so they can be like, you know, you watch like Mastermind or any of this crap, and it's like, oh yes, blah 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 blah. But that's just memory, surely, which is not a judge of intelligence. And I was thinking, a good judge of intelligence is surely like how you can adapt to new situations. Don't know. I've probably talked about this before. What do you guys reckon? Are quiz show people extremely clever? I mean, IQ tests even can be trained up for, can't they? So even IQ tests, I have my doubts about. And while I'm looking at this, why didn't I just take that knight? Why am I not taking that knight and getting a grip? I want to take this knight and get a grip on the light squares. Okay, I'll do it next move, hopefully, because he can't move that knight anywhere decent, can he? There's a difference between knowledge and intelligence. Yeah, that's probably what I'm getting mixed up with. Problem solving. And one thing I know for sure is that all chess players are not intelligent. Do not fall for that. Okay, well, knight e4 is going to be a very annoying move for him, isn't it? I'm attacking a lot of things. No, yeah, all chess players are certainly not intelligent. That's one thing I can attest to. So, you know. Okay, let's grab that one. Now, I think I should just take this bishop off and play on the light squares. I've won a pawn. This pawn, we're not too concerned. Do I check or do I come in? Okay, he's going to go king e7. Still, that's a strange position, actually. Maybe my queen is not great here. Okay, I think we should check him and try to weave our way in to e6, depending which way he goes. If he goes this way, we'll come here and possibly just b3 as a follow-up. Should he take... Okay, let's go b3 so he can't do any naughtiness there. And I've got things under control at the moment. Bishop e4 guards my king side if I need that extra protection. Let's do it now, because if he ever takes on c3, I have a rook c1. Maybe I'd be playing b4 and a4 next move just to change plans. I don't know if I want to open up the b file by capturing here, but I just want to keep the light squares under control and keep his bishop locked and keyed down. So do we continue pushing? Again, I'm probably overthinking what it should be. Just a simple position takes. Let's keep options again free, so I can hint at this idea, even if I'm not going to take on c4. It seems okay. I'm going to take on c4. I've decided now. This move doesn't seem to worry me at all. I'm not sure how he's going to get any play. This okay? Maybe we just go h3 and stop things there. As long as I can keep my bind here, he can't really get any play. I mean, he can try this, but even then I defend it. Okay, this is another attempt. So now I think we should open up areas of his position. Takes. And I really want to take here, but no. Bishop here. Does this one work? Strange move, I agree. If he takes, I come back. You can go for the ending. Might make it a bit tough for me there. He has gone for the ending. And okay, we'll play the ending. Let's keep it very safe with a bishop on f3. And I think are we a pawn up? I hope I'm a pawn up. Yeah, I'm a pawn up, but it's opposite colour bishop. But I've got a time advantage. And I've got weak pawns as well. So it's by no means clear. I'm going to need to use the king in order to do this. So, I'm not sure about this now. Because he comes here. Do I have to keep the rooks on in order to win? Otherwise it might be too near a draw, right? Okay, I'm going to have to keep the rooks on. And this is not easy at all. My rook is so bad. How do I even play this position? Then he comes in here. I'm kind of put myself in zugzwang. I have to put the bishop on d3, I think. Yeah, I know. This is the problem. This is the problem. I'm playing with fire here. I could lose this by trying to win a bit too much. So I'm playing very riskily, allowing his pieces to come in to the position. I'm going to check. Okay. I'm trying to trap his rook now. So again, I'm taking obscene risks here. Now his rook will be pretty much trapped. It is trapped, but how do I make any progress? My bloody pieces can't move. Oh, what have I done here? Is it just a draw? Okay, we'll play on. If I lose this, it'll be a bit depressing. Can't be winning now. Shit, I've just dropped a pawn. Okay, this is the only way I can try. It's just a draw, isn't it? Just a draw. I can't see anything I can do here. Oh, Muppet. You can take that one as well. That's just a draw, isn't it? Oh dear. I want to get my rook to b2, but he's not allowing me to do that. Okay, we'll roll the dice. I know this is crap. But hey ho. We've got a time advantage, so his king's in a little funny position. His pieces are a little bit weird. If he comes here, I have nearly mate. Nearly's not good enough, right? He's got this check now. Should I just be taking the draw here, guys? Probably. Probably. I could even lose. Rook takes here, but I don't think there's any way I can win, is there? That could lose. His king's out of trouble now, so we tried a valiant effort, and this is basically an offer of a draw. Pawn takes. I couldn't work out in time, and yeah, I'll just offer him a draw. How'd you offer a draw? How'd you offer a draw? I should have. Yeah, I mean, okay. Disappointing there. I mean, I felt like I was pushing, but the ending, my pieces got far too passive, right? Far too passive, and I should have taken the rook on the first occasion, gone for the bishop ending. So, not a brilliant game. So, roundabout, I'll just pour myself a coffee. Still rounds to go, we need to get rolling. So, the only chance I had here was probably to take this rook now and play this ending, which should be a draw. Because he's got a blockade on the darts. Well, it is a draw. I say should be a draw, but it's obviously a dead draw. So this is the issue. So it's funny. So my position looked fantastic, but it wasn't as easy as maybe it should have been. Maybe I should keep the queens on. Yeah, you can see I should keep the queens on. This is a bad move. Just keep control. I was a bit too keen. Queen f4 was a good idea. All right, so we need a roll now. How did it go from under control to a draw? Well, I lost control. is the quick answer there? Yin? Is that okay? Yeah, I lost control basically. It was going alright, but my opponent played pretty well. So we're on 50%, and I'm gonna try and play a bit more aggressive in this game by pushing Harry. Come on, Harry. Harry's been messing about for so long. Okay, we're threatening this now, probably. So, how is this? Can we take... Okay, now now we can come in here. Let's develop another piece, and if c6, d5. The only thing I don't want it to play is d5, so I've got to play this. And I might lose this pawn. I'm not too worried about a measly pawn. I'll go rook here. You can have that pawn. Who cares? And my knights. I'm going to try to throw everything towards his king in this game. After that really positional last game, we don't want any more positional games. I say, and I'm probably going to be begging for a positional game here. What? Something like this? Is that realistic? Okay, I've seen the idea now. I would say when you start learning, when you start off in chess, it's better to just pick one opening. Don't try to learn too many openings. One opening is enough, definitely. Too many openings can just confuse the issue. So just pick one opening. That'd be my thing. I was really worried about this move and then coming forwards. Really worried about blocking my bishop out. My bishop really doesn't want to come here. And have I not got an attack here? Do we just... Okay. He's got this bloody check though. So I need to get... I want to play knight takes here and bring the other knight in, but then I'm going to get mated. This one I can't stop, can I? So I'm going to have to put my king here and then go for my tactic, which is so slow. It doesn't really deserve to work. King here, knight takes here, and the other knight tries to come in. That's about... I need about 5 moves to play. I recommend that you pick an opening you like. It's as simple as that. To start with, maybe pick something simple. Like, I always think the Jabava London is a good choice, but I'm a little bit biased. Okay, hang on a minute. I've got to sacrifice soon, otherwise this is absolute nonsense. But can we build it up a little bit more? This is probably too much here. So I'm going to try and just bring around my pieces for some sacrifice. And we're all ready now. We're ready to sacrifice. But it's still very hard to break his position down. Okay, doesn't allow the sacrifice. I missed this move. And it's bloody annoying as well. Really annoying. Let's see if we can get the knight back to f3. But this is not going well. Playing like an idiot again today. I've been playing like an idiot recently, and I'm getting used to it now, so it's okay. I'm getting used to being an idiot. And I'm struggling here. From what I mean, okay, so I'm now desperately trying to open up this file, but it's very hard to checkmate him with this bishop anyway. Very hard to checkmate him with this bishop. I mean, I know I've got a lot of pieces near his king, but I'm going to need to try and bring all the firepower over and then try to break through. So I'm coming at him, but the fact that he's closed my bishop down is being annoying. I realise why he's not playing this, because my bishop will poke out here. But he's also got very good squares for his pieces, like the knight coming in here. My next move is going to be rook takes pawn. If he takes here, I'll probably take with the rook. And then I'm going to try and get... Okay, so here I think rook takes makes sense because his queen can't move. Then he's going to move his king here. So... and his rook comes over. It's a nice idea he's got. He's playing some good moves. Okay, let's go here first. I was worried about knight e5 now, and he plays it immediately. Another bloody good move. It's always annoying when they play good moves. And now I'm going to change plans yet again and go for pawn takes. Just because I see he's going king here and going rook over here if I take with the rook. But his pieces are now just as good as mine, so there's no reason why I might be the one who gets checkmated here. In this position, like knight g4 for a start is worrying. I'll probably play queen f3, and I want to get my last one over. And here I'm trying to go pawn takes and then bring something to the g file, but it's all very ifs and buts at the moment. Hello JB, how you doing, mate? You all right? Good to see you. Yeah, if you want to. Yin, if you want to check out something which you might like, if you check out Jabava London System, I got some free videos on YouTube. Actually, DJ Nutty Tricks. My memory's so bad, JB. But what's the name of your channel? But hopefully you can say it. Is actually good for tricks to get started. Very nice little channel. Okay, right. Anyway, back to the game. So I have managed to create some chaos now with this one. So he wants a draw, but what I obviously don't want to draw here. But if I go here, takes, he gets the g4 square. So I need to get my rook to g1, but this is so risky playing for a win. So this is what I want, but it's so risky because this is a bad square for the queen. He's only got 13 seconds. So we're rolling the dice. Okay, now let's go for this. And yeah, he comes in. Let's keep that bishop for the time being. God, I'm worried about this checkmate in some positions. Bishop here. I'm scared. Don't get me wrong, I am scared. But I'm holding on to this pawn. I'm now threatening knight takes here and rook takes. He's defending that. Good defensive maneuver. F3, does that work? We have to try it. Pinning that knight. Okay, we'll take that one. Let's be brave and take that one. And now some knight move could be playable. My rook's on pre. But do I worry about that one? I am worried about that one. And I'm still defending here, which is not fun. Even though I'm piece up, I've lost a lot of control to get that extra piece. Sorry, I've gone quiet because it's still immensely complicated, and I'm struggling to work it out, is the honest answer. What is this crap piece doing? And I've got no time either, right? Okay. So I've got the extra piece. Let's not freak out quite yet. Very aggressive player, this guy. Keeps coming at me. I keep having to find defensive moves, and he's quick, right? Very quick player. Still attacking me. Stop it. Oh, this ending's not a very nice ending, but he didn't go for it. Such a hard position to play. Come in here now as well. Bollocks. Ah. Ah. Shit. Don't want to draw. Don't want to draw. But what do we do? Not another draw. Okay, I have to play here. It's not very good. He loses actually because he just takes. Fucking hell. Oh, and I can resign. Oh, I should have taken a draw if I didn't want it. Oh, it's so bad. That was so bad. He played. Oh, I had to take the draw at the end. Terrible start. Terrible start. But painful. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I lost control so many times in that game. But then I fought back, and around here it should be just winning. But I lost. I mean, it's when I don't get the initiative, it goes wrong. And knight e6 was actually checkmate here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I just take on g6, right? Fuck. It's quite easy. Quite easy. Afterwards, not spotting tactics today. And right at the end, well, yeah, he keeps his pressure up, right? And why didn't I take there? It's very simple. Falling apart, trusting my opponents too much. So, passive. We don't go passive. That's really bad. And I saw this move. I'm missing so many tactics here. Missing so many moves. And yeah, queen takes here was horrible, but now I'm definitely not better. And this was a nice maneuver, but I missed my chances on many occasions, so I definitely deserved to lose this game. And this was also losing. Yeah, okay. I'm going to check out the opening because I don't seem to do very well with Trompovsky anymore. Whenever I play this opening, I'm always losing. But what should I have done here? It looks like I have a good position here. Looks like I have good attacking chances. But okay, now this seemed okay. But the computer doesn't like it, funnily enough. So what should I do in this position? Interesting. Knight d2, but that doesn't seem very convincing either, I have to say, because he's going to get his pawn here. Okay, let's have a look. Now, the computer just thinks he's doing well out of the opening. Simply. Just thinks he's doing well. Taking here, keeping my bishop open makes sense, but I probably should just castle. So I got carried away with some even more silly ideas here. Just putting them all over there, but it was never really working. And now it was right to take here and bring the other rook in. And this was a good time to complicate the issue a little bit. But okay, going rook here. Kept some chances with this one, but now he played well. He played h4. Now my knight wants to get around this way, but it's a very bad position here. But then things turned around, right? We managed to create some chaos with rook g1. And I thought I was doing well here, but the computer still thinks he's doing well. But it's just those tactics at the end which are key. I think what we need to do for the rest of the game is a very bad start, 1.5 out of 4. So we'll keep playing a bit, but what we need to do, I think we just need to, again, it's interesting. I saw a lot of top players saying this. They say you just shouldn't think when you're playing blitz, meaning you have to calculate, but just don't overthink things. Just play the first thing that comes to your mind. So I think we're going to do that. So Ding won his game. Well done, Ding. That's great news. So the World Championships is now equal. That's brilliant. I really felt for Ding after he lost that game with the white pieces. He looked so mentally disturbed, didn't he? Ding. He's a fantastic chess player, so that's really good. We've got really interesting World Championships on our hands now, which is what we want, right? We want an interesting World Championships, and we got that now. So I'm good. And you know what? Ding is probably the better chess player. You know, he's outplayed when Ding plays at his top level. He's like Magnus Carlsen standard, which, you know, he's incredible. So, and I love the fact that he's it's him and Richard Report is his second. I really like that, and you can imagine Nepo's got all this Russian gang of people with him. So good. So I'm glad he won. Well done, Ding. You figured, Jess, you got it right. Yeah, I was hoping that after yesterday he seemed so confident, didn't he, Jess? Ding, he seemed so confident, and today, yeah, brilliant. That's really good. Very interesting game what I saw. So great stuff. Do I watch the game, Simon, or is it too much of a busman's holiday? It's a good question, Scar. When it's the World Championships, I wasn't going to watch because I thought, it would be pretty boring. But, you know, because well, not boring, but I thought Magnus Carlsen's not playing. I don't want to watch a World Championship match without the World Champion. Magnus Carlsen's the World Champion. But then I started watching a bit of the commentary, and I thought, yeah, actually, this is really interesting. And I got into it, and I thought, yeah, hang on a minute, I do want to watch this. And I got into it. But I don't watch a lot of commentary. I might watch the World Championships, but I rarely watch anything else because you know, I do enough chess as it is. You know, I'm working on chess all the time. Shark Week, hello, just dropping in to say hi. Okay, yeah, the stream's not going well at the moment. 1.5 out of 4. We're gonna have to turn it around now or never, I think. So we need to get 4 wins now. The Dead Rooster says, "What the I don't know what variation that is of the Dutch. You have to tell me the moves. I don't know what variation that is." The commentary team is great, says Mike. It is. It's really good. I'm really enjoying all 3: David Howe, Giri, and Danya. Great commentators. So really good. The A5 variation. A5 variation. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I've never called it that line, but maybe I'll get a chance to play it in the next round. We hope for. And blocked. Yeah, maybe the right way, Jess. Just block any Ben Feingold lovers. Anyway, the coffee should be kicking in soon, and we'll see if we can get a little run of good games going now, because started off not playing, not flowing. You need to flow in the blitz. So overthinking things. So we're just gonna play much more natural first moves that come to my mind in the next games. I'm swapping for a coffee for a juice now. And so I missed a message from JB there. It's quite hard to follow all the chat, especially when the game's going on. New vid went up. Okay, good for you, JB. And let's. I missed the message. It's gone too far now. Are you and Ben Feingold actually friends, or is it a real rivalry? I don't think it's either, really. I certainly wouldn't call him a friend because I've never met him, but I wouldn't call it a rivalry either. I mean, like, I think all that happened basically, and I think I assume this is just the way he is that he was just quite rude for no reason. I've never met the guy, and he decided to be quite rude. But I gather that's just the way he is. He can just be quite rude to people, and I guess he does that to get views and stuff like that, which is a bit weird. Yeah, I'm sure there's better ways to act, but over time, certainly warmed to him. So he seems a lot nicer over time, and you know, it's just one of those things online, isn't it? You know, shouldn't take things too seriously online. And his sense of humour seems to be, you know, fine. You know, he seems to, he's so I wouldn't say it's a rivalry or friendship, really. I mean, you know. Yeah, just is what it is, you know, basically. Not really any deeper thoughts than that to it. When's the next game? So I don't like, especially when you're having a bad roll, it's always horrible to have a little break. You want to keep playing to get back into the swing of it. So it's horrible having these long breaks in between. Is there still games going on? No, I don't think so. So I know after 4 rounds they might check for cheaters. Okay, as soon as I say that, we're in with a game. So let's play better now. Come on, mate, make a move. So we got another. Okay, let's stick to the Sicilian. It worked out okay last time. We'll keep the dragon because I don't. Okay, this line I don't mind so much. Because you actually get very interesting positions. It's got a very boring reputation, bishop b5, but it can become quite exciting. Not when they play d4 though. This line is dull, unfortunately. But we're going to have to play the dull position. Things will probably get exchanged here. And do I force the exchanges now? Is this a worry? Or let's try and get the last piece out. And I'll just get castle to then decide what to do. Maybe e5 is an option. But he hasn't gone for it. I'm not sure if I'm happy about that or not. He's gone for a Maroczy bind, which is where white gets a bit more space. I don't know which one I take. Bishop takes is safer. Okay, we'll go bishop takes. More exchanges coming. And now e5. More exchanges coming. It's all a bit dull. Did I watch the Women's Round Table with Fiona? I didn't watch it, JB, but I've heard about it. I know that a lot of women in chess have had a very hard time at tournaments, but you know, unfortunately, due to a very small minority of very peculiar men, basically the kind of men that if we met them, JB, they well, let's just say we wouldn't be friends with them. So it's yeah, so it's unfortunate though, because it is obviously a very male dominated game, chess, and you're going to get some weird characters, and I think it is pretty horrible, some of the things that female chess players have gone through. Hopefully that will change over time. I'm sure you wouldn't like your daughter to you know, experience some of the things that they have experienced. Right, now what am I doing here? So okay, as soon as I start thinking, things are probably going to go wrong. So let's not think, let's just move. I'm just maneuvering my pieces around. Not the most exciting games. They've got a bit of a maneuvering battle. I thought this was actually an exchange that will help me. I know my pawns are really bad, but look at this square. This square is a beautiful square. I can whack a piece on d4. So I think he shouldn't have exchanged that. He probably just saw the pawns. This is, yeah, I did have a game like this in Reykjavik, didn't I, Jens? My opponents played the similar line, which is certainly not a bad idea. Now I could do this straight away. Why not? Let's put the bishop there and we'll try to maneuver around it. Okay, now he wants possibly to come here. Let's see if I can get my queen to a slightly better square. Is this a better square? But he's going to now come here. Then I will take this one. This is a good plan he came up with, this idea. And I need to get my rook to the open file. So maybe this, and then taking and bringing the rook in here. I'm also thinking about a4 at the right moment, but he just goes knight takes. This is a normal way to break open the queen side. Okay, so he's gone that way, so I should be looking at doing other stuff. Where's that knight going? It's not really going anywhere. Well, h5 is always a good move, right? Let's play that. Gain a little bit of space. I'll just move my king. I don't know if I want to swap queens at the right time. Then he comes here. Bit of a waiting game for both of us. Do we want to swap queens? Okay, that pawn will drop, so the answer is not yet. How do I get my rooks in? Maybe I want to come this way around. So he's trying to play f5 here. Now there he takes with check. F5's annoying. If I come here, I have to lose this pawn. Do I get anything in exchange? I'm not sure I do. F5 is a very annoying move. Okay, I'm going to give this pawn. I don't like F5, but I don't really want to give this pawn. Okay, let's just play some moves without thinking. I mean, it wasn't a very good pawn anyway. That's the only thing I can think of, but... Ugh. Okay, we'll take that. And let's keep the queens on and try for his king. We can all but try. In a dream world, I'd like to go rook there, queen takes pawn. Is he going to let me do that, do we think? But this is the only piece not attacking. Okay, now... He's not going to let me do that, funnily enough. If I go here, I can take on h2. And if I go f5, he will... Okay, so f5 takes take on h2. It's interesting, that, actually. Let's go for this move. And we're then bring our king to try to take here, because his knight is very bad. So I'm going to get rid of the pin, take his queen back, and his knight is kind of like dominated by my bishop. The knight's stable, so my idea is just to keep my bishop dominating his knight and pick up some useful pawns in the position. Okay, so he's found a way to get it back, which is annoying. Alright. But my bishop's still good. We're equal in material now. Bishop's generally supposed to be better in the ending, so he's trying to get rid of my bishop. Now, I think I want e5 to free up, to try and get a pass pawn. This is where I got majority of pawns, so he's stopping that. He's still playing good chess, but can I play e5 now? Well, let's... If he checks, I come to g7, and if he takes, then at least I get a passed pawn for the ending. I mean, I can take with a bishop with a check as well, but I think I want to move my king in. Hello, Guillem. I'm doing all right, thank you. I'm doing all right. I'm not doing very well in this tournament, but in general, I'm doing fine. How are you getting on? Are you doing okay? Life okay for you, sir? Hope so. Right, just now this would be annoying if he finds this idea, but okay. Right, so I've got my passed pawn, and it's actually an extra pawn now, so we want to move the rook in, and we have king e5. This is looking very good now. Very good position with rook g3 on the agenda. Are you enjoying being life as a chess coach? Still in Paris at the moment? I guess being a chess coach can be very rewarding. I did a lot of coaching. I don't do coaching anymore, but I have done a lifetime of coaching, and it can be very rewarding if you have good pupils, right? If you have good pupils, it's a very rewarding job to do. Now back to the game. I'm just trying to do a mop-up job here, really, and I'm just mopping up as many of his scraggly little pawns as I can. And the next thing we want to do in the ending is queen one of them. So that is high on my agenda now, and my pawns are too close to being around. Are you still around Rule Maison? Okay, awesome. Is Olivia still there? Is Olivia still around Rule Maison? So I used to play, if people are wondering what I'm talking about, I used to play for a French team when I lived in Paris for a little bit. And I used to play for a French team, Rule Maison, which I probably can't pronounce at all. And And Olivier is there forever. Okay. Has the club changed at all? What's going on with the chess club? Is it back in... What division are you guys in now? So chess in France was actually quite interesting because unlike England, it's a sport over in France. And in England, chess is not a sport. So there's quite a lot more funding in France. And the local council often... supports the teams. Okay, so you've got a lot of members. 200 members for a chess team is really, really good. That's really, really good. I'm glad to hear that. Now the guy asking me to play a black line, if you stop begging, I'd be more tempted. Don't beg. Don't beg. I don't like begging. I might be happy. Okay, who's your top board now? Guillaume. I guess Olivier is still playing quite a high board. You're slowing on our first team level, yeah. Well, it was a nice little team. It was very enjoyable. I enjoyed my time playing in the team. It was good stuff. Okay, we're back now. What are we on? 50% now, yeah. So we're on 2.5 out of 5. 6 games to go. I'm probably not going to qualify. Let's have a look at the tournament. Even if I win every game, but let's just see if we can have some fun and get a better roll going, because even that last game wasn't very convincing. Was I? Okay, so we're straight into another game. That's the way I like it. Now, not having much luck with d4, so I'll try the English, try c4. We haven't played this for a long time. This used to be one of my favourite openings, and you can often transpose, but this line is the Mickens floor attack, and it's a very interesting variation. And I'll tell you a funny story about this if I get a chance. Depends what line he plays. If he goes e5, I got my first international master norm. To become an international master, you need to get 3 norms. You need to play in 3 international tournaments, and you need to perform an ELO rating at 2450 it was. This move, I can't remember what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, let's develop. And I got my first one in the Swansea British Championships when I was... Okay, takes, check. When I... Okay, he hasn't done that. Okay, sorry. When I was 15, and I got it in this variation. I beat Grandmaster James Howe. Not David Howe, James Howe, can you believe it? Who doesn't play anymore in this variation at 15. So it was very, very nice to beat a Grandmaster at the age of 15 years old and get a Grandmaster norm. That was the one in Swansea. Chess Viking Wales. It was a long time ago now. Are you down that way? Funnily enough, my grandfather was from Abergavenny. He was a miner in the mines there until they had a mining disaster, which was in. Oh, you went there, Chess Viking Wales. Okay, cool, nice. You're in Swansea. Good stuff. Good to hear. Okay, back to the chess. So what am I doing here? Well, I get the normal plans to go a6 here, and I'm going to just increase some pressure along here. If he castles, I might try to come in and checkmate him, but I'm sort of hovering with the idea of playing d5 in this position, but I don't know if it's a very good positional move because these pawns are a bit more solid like this, but if he doesn't castle, I will at the right moment try to open it up. So I'm just increasing a bit of pressure along there. Eamon Holmes. I'm sure you're not the real Eamon Holmes. Do you want to hear my Welsh accent? That's not Welsh. Oh my God. No. The answer is no, you don't want to hear my Welsh accent. I think we gathered from that. Hello, Sonny. No, I can't do accents. That was appalling. Don't make me do that again, please. I always get chat sized for my accents. My Irish one is the worst. And I have my friend Jerry from Limerick in the chat, and whenever I do an Irish accent, he always leaves the Twitch chat. So it's a good way to lose viewers. I'd love your shot at Scandinavia. No, stop it. Scouse accent. No, I can't do it. I struggle just speaking, let alone doing an accent. All right, so back to the game. It feels like this is a nice position for me because his rook's always out of play. I have pressure pretty much in all area of the board. I don't need to worry about developing this guy, but how do we develop the position in general. Do we take here and open up the rook, or do we play a6 and keep it closed? Probably giving my rook some access feels correct. And he's not connected, so let's see if we can create some issues on that back rank here. My queen also has some nice squares in. My king is very safe. So this is the kind of thing I was thinking, that we might better now come in with a check. But then his rook comes back, and it might be okay for him. Is this possible? I don't. Okay, let's try. I like going forward, so we'll come in, and having a pawn there does control any knight jump, so we're gaining a little bit more space with this move. You're going to be asking me about an accent next week. What accent are you going to go for, JB? I mean, Scouse accent is one of the weirdest, isn't it, for a southerner? I can't know. That's all I know. I don't know any more than that. Right. So still should be a very nice position. Now, does this tactic work? Queen here. No, he takes, and comes back. So there should be some major problems on his back rank now. This check just seems correct, but after rook here, how do we follow it up? Now his idea is going to be able to come here, so I'm going to play it a bit more positionally. He's got to play g6. Had to play this move to get his king out, so I'm just aiming at creating some problems over there. If he goes g5, I will open up his king, because he's a rook down, hypothetically, at this moment in time. And if he gets that rook, for example, over there, he'll be fine. Now f4's my way of keeping pressure on both sides of the board, and f5 now seems the most natural. But he's got his rook out now. He's got his rook out, so it's a little bit frustrating. Again, I'm not playing with complete clarity today. Okay, we'll play f5 and try to keep now ideas against his king, like e6, and if he takes, I'm coming to g6. This pawn is the only thing defending the g6 square at the moment, so e6 is a move that will certainly ask him some questions here. Okay, so can I play this? I think I can, and I will. Let's do it. I want to get rid of this pawn, so I come in here, and I'm obviously threatening checkmate in one move, but he's defending incredibly well here. Takes, check, and he defends it. He's defending very well. It's always a pain when I defend well, and I missed this move. This is annoying. Do I have to now go for an ending, which probably not going to give me much success, but okay, I can't see anything better than now swapping to more positional ending. My pawn's in the centre, a bit like Ding's pawns today, I assume, but I have to take with a rook here, but they're not brilliant either. Now he's going to take here, and yeah, it's just not... I don't think I have any advantage here, let's put it that way. This move coming. Okay, let's get behind that pawn. Oh no, he's got check. Fuck. That's annoying. Oh god, what am I doing? What am I doing today? Awful play. Just missed this check. I wanted to get behind the pawn, but... Oh, does this work? I want to take here and come here, but... I'm humming a lot. And the other idea is to get behind his passed pawn, which is where you want your rook. Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, this was the problem. Now, this was the problem. Check, check, check. Here takes... Okay, my time is also bad. Yeah, he's finding all the right moves very quickly, which is flipping annoying. Now this one. might have been winning for me all along. I don't know. But I don't know. We'll have to have a look at the little tactics at the end there. I think I'm winning now. But was that winning? That was didn't really had enough time to work that one out. We're on a roll of 2 wins. Wah, wah. Let's just have a look there. So I wasn't confident, as you could probably tell. I had a good position, but again, I'm not smoothly winning these positions. So we could go back and see around about here. It should be fantastic for me. It's not as good as I thought, just because he can't get these ones out. So what I'm thinking here, I couldn't see an immediate win. The first tactic I was thinking of is his back rank is weak. So can I take advantage of that? So I was looking. Did we have a raid there? Thank you for the raid. I missed the raid. Chess.com PT. What country is that? Hello, Chess.com PT. I'm trying to work out what country it is. Hello, anyway. So welcome everyone to the channel. It's nice to have a little raid. I haven't had one of them for a while. What countries? What channel was that? Portugal. Ah, one of my best friends in chess is Grandmaster Luis Gallego. Luis Gallego from Portugal, a legend, absolute legend amongst grandmasters. Anyway, yeah, a name from the past. I was looking at this check, and then I wanted to play Queen C6, but it doesn't quite work because after this check, well, he can play Queen E8, and I don't back spank him. At the end of the game, what I had originally missed is that if I go Rook B6 to get behind the pawn, well, there's more than one reason. Rook B8 is probably just a good reply. Was that my Portuguese accent? That was my attempt at a Portuguese accent, which is really bad. Luis Gallego. I've got to meet up with that guy again, Luis Gallego, I should say. We always called him Louis for some reason. Great guy, great guy. I think one of Portugal's only ever grandmasters. Miss that guy. Always fun. I could tell you some stories, but I probably shouldn't say them live on air because it'll get people in trouble. And in this position, the one idea is now to take here and go bishop d4, and I don't know if it works. I feel that the computer says it's a draw, and I've found the only move, rook g6. Now, where does he go with his king? So if he goes this way, he probably does get checkmated. Or I can pick up this pawn. So he has to go this way. And now this check was key here. This check, the only move. And he had to now come back and try to get a draw. You're saying I sounded like Super Mario Brother there. Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? So this is where he probably could have got a draw, yeah? But he went this way, and now after this check, the computer still thinks he's okay. I thought I was winning here. I thought I was winning because I thought I'm just going to go like this, but it's not so clear because if he leaves the back rank free, he can get his rook to b8. So this may well be the losing move because he now can't do this. And after my rook e1 move, stopping the pawn, he's still got chances here. Look at this trick. This is dirty. Oh my god. That is such a dirty trick. The way he played it, obviously I'm just winning this pawn, winning the game. But look at this dirty trick. Had he played this, I think I'd have probably lost this even with 24 seconds left. And the incredible idea is, okay, I just win your pawn, right? La 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 la. And then he goes here. What? What the hell is that? That is, look at that move. And after everything comes off, he queens, and it's probably still okay for me, but that would have taken me by shock. All right, we're in the next round. Hello to Cyril, first time chat. Cyril Ox. What should we do now? Well, we haven't played f4 yet. Let's try the birds opening. We'll give this a little go. Give this a little play. And this is basically, I'm just going to play it like a reverse Dutch. We're on a roll of 2 wins. This is to stop my bishop coming here. Now, I'm going to go for a stone wall, because I quite like the stone wall. And he's playing anti-stone wall stuff. I'm going to do this to stop the knight coming here, so I can play c4. And my opponent might go g5 in these positions. That's not a crazy idea. And this is just an interesting, non-theoretical position. And let's keep advancing where we're strongest placed on the queen side. He's very quick, this guy. Hoping for a bit of a space advantage over on the queen side. So let's keep going. Yeah, we're going to keep coming, my friend. Yeah, I'm going to keep going forwards. I'm not going backwards. Yes, I'm going to keep coming forwards. Why not? Because that is one cool pawn chain. Now, this pawn is probably the target of my affections. So, I don't know. He might be able to sack something here. Is that playable? God knows. I don't know. And yeah, I mean, I quite like my structure. I feel he should be sacrificing here. Oh, he's going to try to play this to break out, yeah? I want to break free. So let's go here. So if he plays f5, I can target this pawn. And just play a normal move connecting the rooks for now. What next, boys and girls? I still think this is my long-term idea. Oh, I can come back and now take it, but it's a bit slow. This bishop, I'm going to move my king, because in these positions at some point I always fall for a check, because yeah, he's gone for this sacrifice. I thought he had to play this. This is probably his right way to play, because otherwise he's just not doing great. I forgot I can't play here because of the bishop. So how do we maneuver our guys now? This knight, not good, not good. Okay, let's double up first of all. Interesting position. Maybe I can grab this one as well now. Do I double first or do I grab that one? Maybe I just take that pawn. Intriguing sacrifice, but I think he had to do it, otherwise it's just worse and he doesn't really have a way to break out. So okay, I'll grab that one. Oh no, but then he comes back and attacks that. Then I go, then I go there and what is this? What is this? What is this? Is there some issue? G5? No, he didn't want it. He didn't want G5. Now this one grabs more material, does it? I'm confused, people. Confused. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Let's do it. Let's go here and maybe even come here. I don't know. Right. I think I do come here, no? Just a... Oh God, it's so strange, this position. Had I taken there, he might have taken there. That bishop looks incredibly strong, so I just want to get rid of that one. Don't lose your rook, Williams. Okay. Still playing... Both of us playing with fire here. He's got a nice pawn structure, hasn't he? I think he just takes my pawn, right? He's taking that pawn. Okay. Okay. Didn't expect that. I'm looking at the screen so intensely because it's a very intense position. Now this doesn't work. Okay, so he's coming forwards. There's no fun to be had along here at any point. He's not threatening to take, is he? So what if my knight comes in? Very complex. I want to get this knight back in the game somehow. It's going for the ending. Wow, what is this position? Here, I like my dark squares. How did my pawn get here? I'm just... Okay, he doesn't want me to have that anymore. So I don't want to lose that little guy because he's having the time of his life. Can he now take this one? I assumed he couldn't, but because of some tactics. The queen in. Or bishop takes here. Should be some strong move here that I'm... Queen here, here. Oh, I don't know. Let's go h3. Okay, and now I'm hoping I can take here. This little pawn's he's a champion. I don't know if Queen c7 was winning earlier, but I saw this idea, and I just wanted to give my king this safety net, and it looked like a good idea at the time. I've had many of them, and they've many backfired. But this pawn is like pretty juicy at this moment. Okay, we'll take here. Yeah, take here. And now I like my position, but I don't know who's better even here. I don't know who's better. Knight c8. He takes. There's nothing. Okay, let's move this rook out of the way of mischief. And how do we progress here? Probably just rook here and take that pawn is my winning idea. Now knight takes here. He takes that one there. Should be good for me, but do I have a breakthrough? I can't see it, so maybe we continue with this. But then his pawns become very strong. There, takes, there. Those pawns become really strong. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Don't know about that. Because his pawns were looking just as good as mine. And his king still is weak here. Should have given a check there. That's what I was intending to do. So I don't know why I didn't stick with my original idea. Yeah, he's finding good resources here. Yes, your pawns are coming. I know. And I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Pawns are strong. Fuck a duck. Oh, come on, Simon. I want my knight on g6. Okay, can we play for a win? Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I keep doing this to myself. You do it to yourself, and I've just fucked it up again. Oh, man. Okay. Very annoying. He just pushes his pawn now. Actually, that's not so clear. Oh, it's not quite over yet. Is it? It is, because he's got d6, yeah? Fuck. Yeah, it's over. That's over. I really misplayed this one. This is the end of... Oh, God. Still. No. I can't see anything. Yeah, this is obviously not working, is it? No, is the answer. Okay. That was really shit. I mean, I was completely winning there again. Bad day at the office. That's enough chess for me. Not flowing today at all. So I'll give someone a raid. I've had enough of this torture now. I'm gonna withdraw. We're gonna wait until another day. But let's just have a look how bad I am, because it was winning for so long here, easily, And I just can't put the ball in the back of the net. I had mate in 2, mate in 3. Yeah, I'm sure I did. And mate in 1. Bloody hell. I just can't. I'm just not calculating today. Is the issue. Where do I have mate in 2 or 1? At the end? Didn't you have mate there? At the end? I hope not. Right at the end. Don't tell me I had mate in 1 here. No, I don't think so. No. No, don't tell me I had mate in 1. Where did I have mate in 1? No, I didn't have mate in 1, thankfully. Or did I? No, no, don't scare me like that. I mean, I know I was winning that game, but that was it was a painful end. Just fell apart. That ending is actually never that clear with those 2 pawns. I should not allow that. But around here, I'm completely winning. I just thought this was going to be game over. And it went to shit. So, how do I win this? I just didn't... I mean, I got enough time. I had enough time. My first thought was, like, queen here and taking here. So this is what I spent a lot of time on. But then it's not so clear, I thought, after this. And I wanted to do... Oh, no, I just withdrew from your bloody tournament. I don't want to play anymore. Oh, I just withdrew. Oh, no, good. That's not my game. I don't want to watch a game. And this position was really unclear. I mean, it might be winning for me, but this looked very scary, right? So I couldn't work this out. But I'm clearly winning around here. But it's not simple. This seemed like the easiest choice to do. And what I think I should play is some check to misplace his king. Knight f4 is probably still winning. This was a crafty move. And now surely I should check. Actually, just take the bloody pawn. Keep it simple. I should just take that pawn because that's the one problem I had. So I went here, and now he goes here, and he plays queen d4. And I also misplayed this. I shouldn't allow him to get 2 connected past pawns. So I'm doing a lot of things wrong today. Maybe I'll have another go at playing the qualifier later. There's qualifying events all week, so this is a bit of a warm-up. But the reason I'm going to go now is I've got to finish filming a chessable course as well. So I've got other work that's quite urgent at the moment. And you know, I want. It's annoying when you're playing and you're not playing. You're playing like a turnip, and turnips don't play very good chess. And that's what I was doing today. I was playing like a turnip, and this has all gone wrong here. This has all gone wrong, and I really very easy to lose this with these guys coming. Any chances later on? Let's have a look. Well, I was trying to get a pawn here and a knight here and a rook here in a dreamland, and now I probably should be trying to get a draw somehow, but okay. I thought if I try to get my king in, I might be able to win this one. So maybe. Let's have a little look. So we tried. And no, this was not how you do it, Simon. His pawns become too strong. And wow, after this move, I can, yeah, I mean, I can get a draw, right? But I'm still trying to do too much here. This was terrible. Just keep checking. This one. And, okay, so, going back to this position, this is where it really went wrong. And I wonder what I'm just intrigued to hear what the easiest win is, because let's see what the computer comes up with, because it's coming up with some very strange moves here, like Queen G3 doing nothing. Why does it want to do that? Or Queen C7, what does that do? And then I don't know. Very interesting. So it wasn't as clear as I thought. Okay. Well, maybe I play a lot better when I don't stream. Obviously, I'm not as I can't multitask like Hikaru and some of these other guys. Yeah, I mean, I go here. He just pushes his pawn is the problem. I'm not threatening anything, so I don't see how this helps me too much. I mean, maybe I got so I can just play some moves here, but it's not convincing. I feel. Computer says it's winning, but it's not giving a winning plan. So anyway, thank you all. Chess has been rather painful recently, blitz-wise, but we're getting back into it